Hello YouTube, Message in the Bottle here with another video. Now, what I want to discuss in this video is kind of like a relapse of what I've been talking about throughout my YouTube channel. And I know I talk a lot about relationship, women, etc., etc. But the main reason why I talk about those things is because I do strongly believe that they're like one of the main, I won't say causes, but definitely like subjects that will impact you for many years to come. In other words, it will be definitely like a life changing impact. And in one of my previous video, I talked about how when you enter a relationship, please, like, don't be desperate, because when you enter a relationship out of desperation, there's a chance that you pick the wrong person to be with, and that person could literally destroy your life. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but these days, especially today's age, we could definitely it's safe to say that women they have it very easy to the point that they're getting a little spoiled, and us men we're noticing it. I repeat, we're just noticing it. Again, I don't hate women. Me personally, I don't hate women. More than anything, I honestly want to be in a relationship with a beautiful woman. But here's the thing: I want to be in a relationship with a woman that sees me that way in return and cooperates with me. And more importantly, she helps me and I help her. In other words, we both become very strong assets towards each other, just what a relationship should be. Now, if she leaves me because I didn't do my part, that's on me. And I kind of deserve that. But again, that's basically not the case of today's age. Today's age, dating has gone down the drain, and I've been seeing articles after articles, videos after videos discussing about this. And honestly, it's kind of scary. What's even more scarier is when a man gets into a relationship out of desperation, only for him to be literally destroyed by that woman. And it doesn't even matter if he gets laid. If you guys recall in one of my previous videos, if you guys, follow me in my YouTube channel, I was talking about how I fell down the rabbit hole of sex itself. When you sleep with someone, it's not just a physical activity of the flesh that, you're bonding with someone. You are literally bonding with that individual mentally, biologically, and in some cases spiritually. And that's why a lot of religious culture they promote like, don't have sex before marriage. They promote that because they understand that sex itself is more sacred than people realize. And in this day and age, we do not, absolutely do not, value sex itself. More than anything, we see it as something disposable, something like a drug, like, something that you just use and dispose of later. And why you think our dating culture is all messed up? Why you think we keep seeing these type of video, article after article, popping out, especially today? And what made me wanted to make this video is not just Paul Joseph Watson or my other YouTubers that I like to watch. The one that really pulled the trigger was seeing my favorite British guy from, in YouTube, discussing about an article from, I think, the New York Time reports. And yeah, you'll see it here in the screen in a bit. But he made a video almost like half an hour long talking about, you know, the terrible dating scenes and the dating culture of today's age. And I'll say it again, and I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but I'll say it again, guys. Relationships really do impact you. Relationship, depending who you invite in your life, they could either break you or make you. And yeah, it's one of those things that relationship you have to be careful of getting into, because you're essentially inviting another individual into your life, and that person will either be your strongest asset or your biggest liability. And sometimes in the between, like, sometimes nothing happens, but that's if you get lucky. And as I stated, it doesn't even matter if you get late, because if you guys seen videos about dudes who sleep around and, of course, women, both of them have something in common. They're not 100% content or satisfied. And then they have to learn how to live with themselves as a single, as a single individual. So, yeah, sex, it's more sacred than you realize. And us humans were meant to be pair bonding like birds. A lot of people would like to revoke this idea, but no, there's a lot of psychology and a lot of biology that backs this up. That us humans were meant to mate for life, just like the other animals that when they mate, they tend to stay together for life until one of them pass away. So, yeah, it's kind of sad. And what I'm trying to get at with this video, guys, is just be very careful out there, especially when you're dating. And I know most of the talking subject is directive at women, but there's a good reason why. And I'm gonna make another video discussing about how women, they overuse their beauty, and sometimes when they overuse their beauty, it does not spare them of the consequences, and they mistaken accountability with consequences, which that is in itself, that is very dangerous. Matter of fact, in the news recently, well, at this point of me making this video, it's kind of old news, but still, in recent news about a month ago, I think, a Mexican beauty influencer, she got killed by an ex-boyfriend who turns out to be, part of a group. But this Mexican influencer, she had beauty and she had youth. She had, the complete package. But yet, despite her beauty, that did not save her and that did not spare her from the consequences. So as a result, she got killed. For those of you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm more happy to leave a link of the news article that what happened to that woman. Especially here on YouTube, I'll leave a YouTube link down in the description below talking about that. And all the screenshots that I took for this video, I'll also leave a sources link down in the description below for you guys could check it out yourself. Paul Joseph Watson, his video was very interesting because I feel like that's a little in the conspiracy theory side where women, they get spoiled with their white collar jobs, and because their white collar jobs seems like a daycare thing, they get so spoiled that for some reason, and you guys are gonna notice this, aside from their own beauty, because I noticed they're kind of up there in terms of the beauty department, but what I find it very strange is that they're in their 20s, mid 20s, or even early 30s, and yet they're single. And some of them, they probably do have boyfriends, but you know, the relationship does not last long. And in matter of fact, I was watching this video and I will try to see if I could share a screenshot. If not, then yeah. But if I do find it, I'll leave a source material link down in the description below, because I saw a video where a coach literally says back to square one, and I really like that for some reason picture, because that's the reality of what most women these days face. Despite their history of having a bunch of boyfriends, they're back to square one of being single, almost as if they never had that experience in the first place, if you guys think about it. So it's kind of sad when you see that, and that's why a lot of women in their 30s who did that in their youth, not just 30s, at this point in their 40s, they're freaking miserable and nobody wants to be around them. So yeah, guys, be careful with who you are. I mean, who you're being with, who are you sharing your life. Sorry, I'm ranting. But yeah, all I'm trying to say, and this is the whole point of me making this video, is be careful with the relationship you make, because the individual that you invite in your life. They could make you or break you. And if you play your cards right, if you be vigilant, think for yourself, I'm pretty sure you'll pick the right person, and that right person will definitely build you up. And this is the whole point of my YouTube channel, is to leave a message, and hopefully that message could, help you, give you some wisdom, some kind of wisdom for you guys could make, better decision making. Well guys, I think I ranted enough and I'm starting to like mumble my words around. But yeah, message in the bottle, over and out. Like, share, and subscribe, all that. And goodbye.